Star.
What up, y'all? First drink with the fellas of the new year, episode 10 of season 2, total episode 36. You gotta drink, y'all. They ain't got rid of us. We still here. We doing something right in 2020. We got a lot of things in store for y'all. We bigger, better. We are on all platforms. You can find us everywhere.
YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, SoundCloud, Spotify,
busting you upside your head everywhere.
Everywhere. You don't got time to watch, you got time to listen.
Everywhere. We changing up the format a little bit. This year what we gonna do, we film on Tuesdays, we drop on Wednesdays, and on Thursday, that's when we gonna do the throwback and the old school player of the week. We want y'all to participate in that as well. Y'all, we got a lot to talk about to start this year off. We got to talk about the NBA. That's how we first start off with. Then we got hip hop and R&B. But in the NBA, this is the NBA section. We got to talk about.
I just want to say this right now. My team going to the damn finals and championship in the next 10 years. I'm gonna leave that there.
They'll be edited out.
Okay, what do you say?
Y'all, it's the new year, and my man Byron has forgot the time the show. So Byron, get the time around. Let's do this. All right, y'all, let's go ahead and start the show off. Y'all, it's been a lot of surprises this year. So we're gonna talk about the biggest surprises of the year so far. And don't forget, we want y'all to like, share, and comment and participate with us. Dallas is a big surprise this year. Mm-hmm. Miami is a big surprise this year. OKC is a big surprise this year. And the Charlotte Hornets, led by Devontae Graham, is a big surprise. Is one of them the biggest surprise to y'all, or is it something else? What's been the biggest surprise in this half of the year so far?
I'm going to say Dallas, because I called that. I did. I called that.
Okay.
What the hell you say this?
That's what I wanted to do.
Check the history. Check the history. I did call that.
I'm going to have to check this back and make sure this
I'm going to say
facts.
Dallas, but one thing about Dallas that scared me is their inconsistencies. They play down to their competition. But Dallas, Miami, Jimmy Buckets is showing Philadelphia that y'all made the biggest mistake in free agent history. Philadelphia is a disaster right now.
We're going to talk about that later on. They got big problems in Philly. Big problems. What's been the biggest surprise to you, man?
Biggest surprise, not even any of those 4 teams.
Okay.
Not even any of those 4 teams. The Brooklyn Nets is how hyped they were. You're
still in the playoffs right now.
They still with a losing record, which goes to show. Without, but I want y'all to understand this. That team is doing way better without a Kyrie Irving, who quote unquote can lift his shoulder, which I think is bullshit.
I do too.
I think he waiting for Kevin Durant to come back. That's all I'm saying. So that's my biggest surprise right there, because you know what I mean, with the talent that they have without him, that team is kind of scary. So that's shocking to me to see where they are right now without him and don't need him. That goes to tell you that team is actually serious to work with.
They're a better basketball team without him too.
That is crazy.
That ball movement is insane, bro. The ball movement. What I like about it is that ball will get touched 5-6 times before someone shoot the ball. I like that type of ball.
What's the point guard taking the spot? Spencer
Dinwiddie.
Dinwiddie, he is averaging 24, 26 points a game. Like, he filled right in and playing team ball and scoring, doing exactly what he's supposed to do. That is so crazy. So crazy.
I enjoy that.
And another thing, just piggyback off what you're saying, Brooklyn Nets was genius letting D-Lo go. Because right now, Dinwiddie playing better ball than what D-Lo playing. D-Lo stay injured.
I can't blame that on D-Lo, because D-Lo playing in a new system and trying to match. And this is the thing, when you're trying to match other stars that have already put their stamp in that stadium or on that team, it's kind of hard to match up to that.
But I mean, with Steph being hurt, he's supposed to be the man.
How? Draymond Green the man. Draymond Green the anchor of that team now.
He's supposed to be playing a little bit better than what he's doing.
Playing better than what he is.
But they do have other players that's stepping up. Yeah. But he's supposed to be hooping. One quick thing I want to throw out. Personally, I think Charlotte is the biggest surprise so far.
Wait, whoa. No OKC?
I'm going to throw a quick fact in about that. So I just want to throw that in. That's number one to me. You couldn't tell me before the season, hey, Terry Rozier going to average 16 points a game. This dude, Devontae Graham, is going to be the lead scorer, and they're going to be fighting for a spot in the playoffs. I would have never believed that.
And they talk about bitching Rozier for months.
Like, it's not paying enough. I thought Rozier finna average almost 30 a game at that thing.
I think Malik has more of a bigger upside potential than Terry. I think what happened to him in Boston, that messed with his mental. He's still trying to get acclimated to, to the Charlotte, to the thing. He gonna become playoff time?
No, he shouldn't be 16 a game.
Scary Terry gonna be
the other thing I want to say, OKC, we were 22-13 after 25 games last year. This year we are 20-15 after the same amount of games. 2-game difference without Russ and PG-13.
I called that too.
2 quick things on that. I don't believe in PG-13. Kawhi got fool's gold. I hate to tell him. I just don't believe it. And Houston, they need to go ahead and make that trade quick. Harden can do it.
So
Harden can take them to the promised land. He don't need Russ to throw him off.
So what you telling me is that
Russ
OKC
throws him off. Go ahead.
OKC is technically doing almost basically
2 games worse.
Two games worse than what they did last year with 2 superstars and 2 max contracts, basically, if you want to say. Compared to one guy who was in his 30s, 32, 33?
An all-time great point guard.
An all-time great point guard, 35?
With nothing but young guns.
And nothing but guys that he just leading. So what's the definition of a true point guard and what's the definition of a leader? Because Chris Paul basically is setting that tone right now. I don't need another superstar.
The only thing I can't let you diss Russ on, I do agree, Chris Paul is a better leader and all that. That the MVP season. That season right there,
it was magic.
Russ put us on his back, and he was not gonna let us not make the playoffs.
I give you that.
That season, I will never forget that. That to me is as important as Iverson taking Philly to the finals. Even though he didn't win, I'll never forget. Iverson took that team to the finals and won the first game. He scored 50 points. I'll never forget that as long as I live. He didn't win a ship. Aaron McKee, Tyrone Hill,
Theo Ratliff.
I'll never forget that. He didn't win, but I'll never forget that. I'll never forget that. Y'all just keep it moving. What would you do with Zion right now? Are you playing him?
I'll play Griffin. He'll play next year.
And let me say this real quick. We seen it work with Ben Simmons and Joel. Sit them, and they came, and Blake. Sitting and coming back.
I mean, my thing is, and to me, I look at it, okay, so you bring up Ben and, you bring up Blake. If you really look at it, I would actually play Zion. Forget the Rookie of the Year award. Get some minutes in your team, under your system. Understand how the NBA actually works in a real season so that you ready for next year, so you know how to better condition yourself for next year. Forget the Rookie of the Year. So this tells me if they sit him out, this isn't about we keeping him together. I think it's more about so we're trying to get that Rookie of the Year award for him. You're not gonna get the Rookie of the Year award. You'll get it next year, but who's to say there's not gonna be another player?
I'm with you to a point, because I don't think it's about the award. I think he needs to sit out so whoever is controlling him or whoever's advising him needs to give him a nutritionist. I feel like he needs to get a certain type of weight, body type of weight. Because like I said, his legs too small. He top heavy. You know what I'm saying? Top heavy, the knees the first thing go.
That's
so
true.
I really feel like he need to get a nutritionist, somebody to get his weight to a playing level, and next year come back and do him.
All right, y'all, we got to keep it moving. It's been some players that's not quite fitting in with their teams. Little few trade rumors coming up in the air. He's one of them. Can any of these players impact the team? Not where they should go, but any of these players impact the team. Tobias is a good one. Tobias Harris, he's not fitting in. Andre Drummond, he's not fitting in. Kevin Love's not fitting in. Al Horford is not fitting in. DeMar DeRozan is not working.
Did you just name 2 Philly players?
Yeah, LaMarcus Aldridge is not working. Russ is not working. Any of them players, can they change the course of another team?
There's one player, I think everybody else besides one player on that list you just named that can't do it, and that's LaMarcus Aldridge. Why I say that, the game has surpassed his type of style.
Back to the basket for
the game has surpassed that. Like, I mean, he can't do it. So that automatically tells me, just thinking about it, me looking at him, okay, what is he, 31? 31, 32?
He about 34. He's old. He's 33, 34.
Damn, shit.
Bet that's it. Byron, who you got?
Wow.
Send Russell Westbrook to New York for Dennis Smith Jr.
I don't want that mofo on my team.
Dennis Smith Jr. might not work out.
With
No, he just might not be good. I thought he was like Donovan Mitchell type level. That he just might
maybe
not.
he ain't got to work yet.
Because he got the talent.
Yeah, I do.
And we all agree with that, but he ain't developed this year.
But I think Russ need to be on the team that is not going to be able to go to the playoffs. He need to get a reality check.
I told Ant earlier, no, I still think he can bring a team to the playoffs. I think he can still give a small team, hope and bring them. He got 2 years left of that. What he thought was going to happen, him fitting in with a good team headed to the finals and him being that piece, he can't. It's Iverson all over again, man.
He's not that piece.
You can't be that Russ and play with Harden. Harden doesn't need that. I was watching them play. It's like two different teams. When Harden running it, you already know what they're doing. Methodical, he doing his thing. He working you. He passing if he don't got it. Russ is cool. Shooting bad shots, throwing ill-advised passes. He could do that in OKC.
So
because he had volume.
So you say that, but let me ask you this real quick. Do you blame that on Russ as the player or the system that he in?
Russ ain't changed. This is Iverson. Russ ain't changed. They needed Russ to shoot threes. Bro, you didn't see Brook Lopez learn how to shoot threes. Brook Lopez is one of the best shooters in the league.
Mind you, don't forget, his brother shooting threes too now.
This is crazy. Joel Embiid shoot better than Russ. Come on, man. You can't do that no more. You know what I'm saying? The NBA didn't change. But anyway, that's what I think.
Or send Russ to Phoenix would be dumb if they did that.
Nah, he don't need to go to Phoenix.
Send him to Phoenix for
Leave him alone.
Booker.
Nah, leave him alone.
You give Houston the championship.
Let's go real quickly, y'all. Last one. Biggest disappointment. Portland, Atlanta, San Antonio, or somebody else. Who you got?
I got somebody else because we already knew where San
Antonio.
Antonio.
Somebody else.
Huh?
That's a big disappointment.
I mean, the reason why, we already knew San Antonio wasn't going to go there, and the reason why I said that, as I said earlier, you know what I mean, Aldridge.
Go to your disappointment.
My disappointment. I'm sorry. Shit. My disappointment, it definitely has to be the Warriors. But why? Because they came in thinking that they had somebody that was going to be a key piece to fit in with, and the injury is stockpiled, and you can see that team turn into basically the whole team from top management all the way down to the players is a disappointment. That's
Steve Kerr laughing. I'm gonna tell you this now. He knows what's coming next year. Go ahead, Byron. Who you got?
I'm gonna say Minnesota. I think Minnesota should be better than what they are.
So
They should be better. They should be better positioning themselves than what they are. With the talent that they have and the way Wiggins playing this year, Minnesota should be competing for at least 3, 4, 5 seed instead of down there on the lower tier of the West.
And Cat is a top 10, top 15 player.
Cat cold right now.
Don't put him that low.
So
I want to be generous.
yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm gonna say Minnesota.
Man, always hating on Cat.
Okay. Quick hits. Philly got problems.
Major.
What y'all think? Philly got big problems.
Their biggest win the last 2 months was the win that they had on Christmas Day. Other than that, they look discombobulated. They don't know what to do with the ball. They don't know who to shoot. Who should be shooting? Tobias Harris is deferring the ball more than actually being the scorer that Jimmy Butler was when he had the ball.
Not Jimmy Butler.
That was a degrade, bro.
Another thing is a fun stat out there is that they have only one win against the top 2 teams in the NBA.
They in trouble.
What?
One win.
They in trouble in the playoffs.
Wow.
They in trouble in the playoffs. Y'all, we got a minute and a half left. We're going to start doing the old school player like we told y'all on Thursdays. One thing we're going to start doing is we're going to talk about drinks that we have at Bugsy's. Every week we will try a new drink, and we will spend the last minute telling you about that drink. What's the name of the drink, Ant?
Yo, man, the name of the drink by Corey is it's called the Bay Breeze. And
the Bay Breeze by my man Corey. One time for Corey! The Bay Breeze! Y'all make sure to go to Bugsy's. Every week we'll be trying out a new drink. Every single week, and we'll tell y'all about it. What y'all think about the drink, fellas?
It's fine. I like it. It's light. Something that's
smooth,
smooth, little cranberry in that thing. I I like that, man. Little cranberry, little lime. It's all right.
I'm gonna tell you the only thing I'm missing. I'm gonna tell you the only thing I'm missing. The drink fire. I just need a little umbrella. You know what I mean? A little whatchamacallit.
Get the vibe right.
Yeah, it's like get the vibe right, because this is a summer drink right
Yeah,
here.
it is, man.
It's
short.
It's short, straight to the point, and it's very simple. I like it. I really do.
Straight up. Y'all make sure to check Bugs out. They got plenty of drinks. What's the name of this again?
The Bay Breeze. Y'all come down and ask Corey for the Bay Breeze.
Make sure to check that out. And now it is time for Byron's Breakdown.
Breakdown.
Yo, this is Byron's Breakdown. One thing I am going to break down, first and foremost, RIP to David Stern. David Stern brought a lot of exciting things to the NBA. He got them off tape delay in the early 80s. He implemented the European game to the NBA. One thing that a lot of people did not like, that he did like, they call it the Allen Iverson rule, the dress code situation. But David Stern did bring the NBA from a level of lower tier professional sports to one of the highest tier professional sports. And we're going to miss him. RIP, David Stern. This is Byron's Breakdowns. Like, share, comment, and if you got anything for me to break down, holla at me. Peace.